Every year during the gardening season, there's always many questions that homeowners and gardeners have regarding what material should they use to best control insects, weeds, diseases in their garden. And these are all lumped together under the term pesticide. So there are a lot of sides in the world to choose from. If you're, say, going to control weeds in your garden or in your flower bed, we're all familiar with a product probably called Preen. This is a herbicide. It controls plants. If you're after diseases in your garden, if you've got something like early blight or late blight on tomatoes, pepper spot on your pepper plants, you would use an appropriate fungicide. If you were looking at insects in your vegetable garden, there are insecticides, and they work in different ways, their mode of action. One needs to be ingested. A very common garden insecticide that we're familiar with is called 7 or Carbaryl. This works because the insect ingests it. So this would be a good insecticide to use if you had chewing insects. If you had other insects that weren't necessarily chewing insects, to say it was an aphids or thrips, then a contact material, a material that you would spray while the insect is present or the insect would walk through very quickly after its application, something like Malathion, another long known insecticide. If you were a grower of apple trees or fruit trees, we hear about this phrase about putting on a dormant oil spray. Well, this would be an example of a dormant oil spray. The dormant oil sprays work because they literally smother the insect or the insect egg as it overwinters on your tree or shrub. In a sense, this is still an insecticide, but there's really no chemical properties to it. This is just a highly refined oil. So all these sides help us manage our garden pests, whether it's insects, whether it's a disease, whether it's a weed control that we're after. So when you're shopping around, make sure that you just don't go buy something that isn't going to control the problem. Read the label thoroughly, make sure the crop that you're spraying it on is listed on the label, and that the product itself is not going to harm the plants you want to use it on.